Here's the story translated into English and extended by approximately 1,000 words. Deep in the boundless ocean lay a stunning aquatic realm known as Blue Crystal Bay. Renowned for its radiant blue glow, the bay sparkled like a celestial canvas under the moonlight. Within its tranquil waters, a legendary tale circulated among the marine creatures, a story of a hidden crystal cave housing a pearl capable of granting any wish. Yet, the journey to find this mythical pearl was fraught with peril, with numerous trials of wisdom and courage awaiting those who dared to seek it. In the outer regions of the bay lived a little shrimp named Shibby. Small and fragile-looking, Shibby's translucent shell shimmered with a faint blue hue, mirroring the bay's ethereal beauty. Despite his diminutive size, Shibby was brimming with curiosity and a thirst for adventure. He spent his days exploring coral forests and observing the vibrant marine life around him. His friends admired his inquisitive nature but often teased him for being overly ambitious. "You're just a tiny shrimp," they'd say. "What difference could you possibly make?" One day, while resting on a rock and gazing at the bay's twinkling waters, Shibby overheard an elder recounting the legend of the crystal cave. Intrigued, he approached the elder. "Has anyone ever found the pearl?" Shibby asked. The elder chuckled and shook his head. "Many have tried, but none have returned. The pearl's guardian tests not only strength but the purity of one's heart. It is not an easy path." These words ignited a spark within Shibby. "If no one else can do it, maybe I can," he thought, not for fame or power, but to prove that even the smallest creature could achieve greatness. Determined, he announced his decision to his friends. "I'm going to find the crystal cave and see the pearl for myself." His friends were skeptical. "Shibby, it's just a story. And even if it's real, you'll never make it through the dangers of the sea." Shibby's heart sank momentarily, but he quickly regained his resolve. "I may be small, but I'll never know until I try," he said. With that, he set off on his journey. The first obstacle was a dense thicket of thorny coral. Known as the briar coral forest, its sharp branches could easily ensnare and injure unwary travelers. Shibby carefully maneuvered through the labyrinth, using his small size to his advantage. Each movement required precision and patience. After what felt like hours, he emerged from the forest, his shell scratched but his spirit unbroken. Next, he encountered the abyssal trench, a dark and foreboding chasm where light barely penetrated. As Shibby swam cautiously through the shadows, a pair of glowing eyes appeared, followed by a massive anglerfish with razor-sharp teeth. "Who dares enter my domain?" the anglerfish growled. Shibby swallowed his fear and replied, "I'm Shibby, and I'm seeking the crystal cave." The anglerfish smirked. "If you wish to pass, solve this riddle. I am always hungry yet never eat. I have no teeth, yet I am feared. What am I?" Shibby thought hard. After a moment, he answered, "A whirlpool. It pulls everything in but consumes nothing." The anglerfish stared in astonishment before breaking into laughter. "You're clever, little shrimp. You may proceed." Continuing his journey, Shibby faced a field of glowing jellyfish. Their luminescent bodies were mesmerizing, but their long tentacles were deadly. Shibby studied their movements, waiting for the perfect moment to dart between them. With careful timing and agility, he navigated the treacherous waters, his heart pounding with each near miss. Finally, Shibby arrived at the entrance to the crystal cave. Hidden behind a curtain of swaying seaweed, the cave exuded a soft, otherworldly glow. Shibby pushed aside the seaweed and entered. Inside, the walls were adorned with glistening crystals that refracted light in every color imaginable. At the center of the cave rested a magnificent pearl, its surface shimmering like a galaxy. As Shibby approached, a deep, resonant voice echoed through the cave. Who dares disturb the sanctuary of the pearl? A colossal sea snail emerged from the shadows, its shell encrusted with ancient carvings. I am the guardian of the pearl. State your purpose, little one. Shibby stood his ground. I have come not to claim the pearl for myself, but to see if the legend is true and to prove that even the smallest among us can achieve great things. The guardian regarded Shibby with a piercing gaze, as if peering into his very soul. Your intentions are noble, and your courage is admirable, it said after a long pause. But the pearl's power is not to grant wishes. It is a beacon of hope, meant to inspire those with pure hearts. The guardian then touched Shibby gently with one of its antennae. A soft glow enveloped Shibby, and when he looked down, he saw a tiny shard of the pearl's light embedded in his shell. Carry this light back to your home, the guardian said. Share the lessons of your journey and remind others that greatness lies within. Shibby returned to Blue Crystal Bay a hero. His story spread far and wide, inspiring countless creatures to embrace their potential and face their fears. He used the pearl's light to guide lost travelers and bring hope to those in despair. Over time, Blue Crystal Bay became not just a place of beauty but a symbol of courage, unity, and the belief that even the smallest actions can make waves. As Shibby grew older, he continued to explore and help others, leaving a legacy that echoed throughout the ocean. And though the Crystal Cave remained a mystery to most, its true treasure, the spirit of hope and bravery, lived on in the hearts of all who heard Shibby's tale. Late at night, under the shimmering glow of the bay, young marine creatures would gather to listen to elders recount the adventures of Shibby, the little shrimp with a big heart. And so, his story became an eternal part of Blue Crystal Bay's legacy, proving that no matter how small you are, you can light up even the vastest ocean. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.